Hello, everybody. So, once this thing says I'm live, there we go. Hello, everybody. What is going on tonight? So, today we have a very interesting review. I recently purchased the Diana because of some kind donators on TikTok. So, if you guys donated to me in the last live or in the few last lives, thank you so much. This is why I put your money into, and this is why I have fun doing. Um, so thank you so much for donating. I love going live with you guys. It's so much fun. Like last live, I think we got to witness a fish giving birth. And I got to sing for you guys, which is so much fun. I love doing that. I also love talking to you guys. Most of you guys are insanely nice and defend uh, any comments, any mean comments, and defend any mean comments on it, take care of them. That definitely means a lot to me. So I definitely enjoy going live, and I definitely appreciate the amount of people that are donating money and gifts and all that. That means so much to me. Um, and this is what I use that money for, as well as aircraft. I do buy aircraft, but this is normally what I use some of the money for, so I can enhance in the game, or go up in the game and get more ships. So today's ship is going to be the Diana. This is a tier 2 Russian support cruiser, just like the Aurora and the Oleg that you've seen in past um, videos, just weaker. So it has like the torpedo thing here. You can see the torpedo tube here. This does not work. Hang on a second. So this is not available as of all the this is still not working. The torpedo um, thing here, Wargaming thinks it's overpowered. Um, but there on these support cruisers, there was a torpedo that was shot out of here. So it was like a torpedo or a couple torpedoes that could be shot out right where that door looking thing is. You could see it better on the Oleg, I think. Yeah, you can see it better on the Oleg. It's right here. So that is also a torpedo tube right there in front of the hole right there, as well as on the Aurora, which is, let me find my Aurora. It's tier 3. Hang on a second. There she is. It's even on the Aurora. It's right here, as well in the front. So Wargaming, for some reason, thinks these ships are overpowered. I think for realism purposes, they should generally add that torpedo. It's not generally going to make a difference. I mean, with the battleships out there now, it can definitely be like a sneak. Like you could generally sneak because these ships are so slow with their speed, and I'll get to that in a minute. You can generally sneak up through the mountains and torpedo a battleship, essentially, or a Phoenix or something like that, which you do see in many tiers. If you do go up to tier 3, you do get that Phoenix in the game sometimes, which can take advantage of you. Unless if you're close range, if you're far range, not so much. But yeah, pretty much this is not available here. You don't get a torpedo option for the ship, which I think is really awkward because I don't think. I mean, if you go down to the Tachibana, and you look at the torpedoes, they only do 4 damage. So just put like 2 damage or 1 damage, just so, or like 2 damage or 2.5, just so like the players have the option to hit enemy battleships without putting themselves out there in the middle of a match. And just like what you'll see is I'll play all of them again just so you see the difference between all 3 of them. But I'm not going to show a difference because the difference I've shown before in a video, I think with the Oleg and the Aurora. If not, I gotta look back in there and do it for you guys. But I mean, they definitely should add that because if you think about it, you have not new tier battleships coming in, so it would be pretty cool to it would be actually interesting to actually have that torpedo because you got the torpedo in the front, just like you did with the submarines. So with the submarines, at least you can use a Russian cruiser to practice with. So when the submarines get here, you're not like missing shots or have some sort of way where you're practicing with that setup already. As you can see, there's no torpedoes on either side of the ship. This ship does not come with torpedoes as well, just like the some of the cruisers on the Russian line that do, I think, carry torpedoes. Let me see if the other one, Tier 3, does. I think the Tier 3 does. I'm not sure. That's why I'm checking. No, the Bogarder doesn't, which is like essentially, I gotta buy this thing. It's essentially, so this is essentially part of the thing as well. It's the texture version of essentially the Aurora, the Oleg, and actually mainly the Aurora and the Diana. That's the Bogadier, or the Bogadier is a texture version of the Aurora, and the Diana. Oh, actually, no. I'm sorry. The Oleg, the Aurora, and the Diana. So it is actually it's like the Oleg essentially. It has those same guns in the front as well, and that torpedo, that small torpedo opening there as well. I should actually add this into my fleet because this was actually another support cruiser that the Russians did use, I believe. I didn't do that much research on it, but let me see if it was actually. I believe it was. The best easier cruiser. The best protected cruiser. So it protected basically, it was like the support cruiser. So it was like, I don't know what you call Russian, but just like the Oleg or was intended for combat operations as part of a squadron. Yep. So this was part of a squadron as well, as you can see by what it says. The best protected cruiser in the Russian Navy. So these were protected as well. So these were basically, and they did perform like that in game, which I'm surprised because they're not. They are, let's say, nerfed, but they aren't nerfed in a way because if you play these ships right and support your team in the right way, then you will definitely do some damage. I've done up to 48,000, sometimes 100 or 60 if I'm against like a bunch of cruisers or I'm versing other ships in random battles. I generally use co-op to show you guys generally the downfalls of this ship, so I could easily show you guys, okay, if you angle the ship a certain way, this happens and stuff like that. So I played this ship a little bit, so I have some experience with it, as well as I have faster faster main battery traverse speed, and as well as, where is it? And I also have here, it's in modules, it's right here. The auxiliary armaments modification. The reason why I chose this is so I have that extra protection, because I have, I think, 6 guns on each side. So if you go here, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, like 5 or no, like at least 6 guns or something like that. You guys will see once I get in the match. Obviously, it's not 6, but I think I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 8 guns per side on this ship. So you guys will definitely see. I didn't think I needed main armaments, because the fact that you have 8 guns, and yes, you do move slow, but it's not, you're not in a tier 8 match. You're not going to have that over penetration where you get hit on a gun, lose a gun. Yes, you will lose guns, but you're not going to lose all your guns. It's not a thing where, like, okay, I'm in Massachusetts and I'm in another Massachusetts. Oh, look at Yamato shot, and then you lose a gun, or the Yamato shoots at you and you lose like 2 guns or 1 gun or whatever. It's not like that. You don't generally lose guns on these ships. It's probably the way I play, or either, like, I never stop firing when I'm in these ships going after destroyers or cruisers. I don't think you should generally use main armaments. I mean, you can, but if you go to the main armaments section, there you're not using. So basically, if you go to main armaments, you're using risk of main battery becoming incapacitated, main battery survivability, which you generally don't need. Main battery repair time, you generally don't need that. I haven't noticed any problems, regardless of taking damage instead of losing guns. Like, I usually take more damage than I lose guns when I'm battling with these ships. Risk of torpedo tubes becoming incapacitated. So generally, that doesn't make sense because the ship doesn't have torpedoes. So you're generally losing. So you generally have 3 things here. One, you don't need main batteries. You don't. You do. You could use it, but you generally don't need it. In my opinion, because, like, the way you're going to see these ships battle is kind of a aggressive, non-aggressive play style, where, okay, here's a Diana or here's a destroyer, kill that destroyer, then run, then turn around, attack, then hide, then turn around, attack. Yes, you can lose guns, I guess, HE fire or secondary guns, but I haven't lost generally guns at all. I don't think that's a risk. So generally, only having 3 benefits with main armaments, instead of using like both of these where your secondaries blow up. And I literally, if I get close enough, the secondaries like are popping off on my enemy ships as well, on the enemy ships. AA you don't really need, but it's also good to have AA for those freak aircraft matches. And then you have risk of your ship's magazine. You can use this. It's not really kind of a benefit, not really, because if you know what ships to go after, your shells are going to just like penetrate. If you do go after battleships, you will have those times where You have armor that recoils your shells and stuff like that. So if you want to do probably more damage to, or at least probably a little more damage. You're not going to do amazing damage, but if you want to do probably a little bit more damage to battleships, take this. But in all, hang on a sec. So in all these modifications, I would highly suggest using auxiliary armaments with this setup. So now we're going to go into the ship like I usually do. So I talked about that. I'm going to talk about the armor after this because so you guys know the gun type, how much damage essentially you get. So I'm going to do that for you guys as well. And so you could generally plan your armor scheme that way, and how much damage you want to do and how much armor you want to generally show. That's why I do it that way. So you could just go, okay, what guns do I have? How is that going to penetrate my armor and stuff like that? So that's why I show the guns, or sometimes I show the armor. It depends. With these, I usually show the guns. I'm showing guns first. So you have 152 millimeter, 445 model, 1892 on a kinet mounting. Reload time is 8.6 seconds. That can be, I think, lowered. Lowered. I gotta check that. But you have a 180 turn time and a maximum HE shell damage and a maximum AP shell damage of 2,100 damage. And your the HE is 2,100 and the maximum AP shell damage is 2,700. And your hit points are 22,100. Your armor is 1.5 or 1-152 millimeters. You have 8 main gun turrets, 4 on each side, and your secondary gun turrets, you have 12. That's why I suggest as well using secondary, because you have 12 secondary guns that are going to pop off on any destroyer or battleship. Even though it's not going to pin, it can essentially pin if it hits the right spot in the battleship, aka probably the deck. If it hits the deck of the battleship or something like that. So you have, that's your secondaries. Your main battery firing range is 11.8 kilometers. I think this. I know hit points. Your standard hit points. This is your standard hit points. 22,100. You can generally upgrade that with the survivability expert commander skill, but in terms of having that's the only upgrade. And I think, let me check that for you guys right now so I don't forget that. Can you upgrade the time it takes to? Yes. So essentially, you can upgrade the. Oh, hang on a second. Yes. So you can upgrade the time taken to switch shell type. Okay, which you probably already know. And I think there's and you can increase damage by SAP shells or heavy HE and SAP shells. So this is going to be a increased damage on the ship. You could either get it or not get it. I always say the more damage the better, even though you have a ship detonation with a main battery caliber of 149 millimeter or above. Ship detect. Oh, okay. So your ship detectability with a main battery of caliber goes up. So the a ship caliber. So if another ship that has a caliber of, I think this is what it's saying. I'm not sure, but a ship caliber that has 149 millimeters or above can detect you. So your detection range minuses by 15. So if a ship has that gun, it can probably it can detect you. Let me see. Detectability range. So it can pretty much detect you. Um, it pretty much goes down to by 15. So generally, they can detect you right away. Essentially, you don't have that. As far as I know, I mean, it says 10, so I'm guessing detect. Oh no, it adds it. So okay, my bad. You're okay. So in your detectability range is going to be increased by 15. So essentially, any ship with that higher gun caliber can detect you um, on a, I think, was that 15, so that's 10.5. So, um, yeah, so that's 5. So about 25% you're going to have for detectability range for 25 kilometers for those ships that have 152 millimeter guns. I mean 149, not 152, 149 caliber millimeter and above can detect you in like I think it's like 25, I think, or let me just make sure. 15. Let me add that to. Yeah, it's like 25-ish kilometers. So it can be beneficial. It cannot be. Again, if you have those better guns, um, you will do damage. I'm guessing. I'm not sure. I mean, I could always make an upgrade once these ships are fully upgraded as well, which I do plan to do. Depending on my what captains I have in the future and if I plan on switching them. But same thing with the AP shells. No, okay, top grade. So your secondary battery reload time goes down with this upgrade as well. So as you can see, this is not your secondary main or your secondary. Where the secondary reload? Yeah, so main battery fine range. Hang on, guys. I'm trying to find the secondary reload time. I think it's like secondary. Um, that's where it doesn't give the. Oh, here we go. Wait. Um, I don't know why it's not giving me the reload time of the guns. Yeah. I think it's probably the same, or you can't like. I'm not sure because I can't find it. If you guys can find it or know where it is, please put in the comments below for other players who plan on getting this ship. But so you have that. So you have that increase. So that's good. So I don't think your gun that I think it does, but it depends on the commander you have. Like I said, I mean this is like you get. So this is all new. So how this is set up generally, and this is all stocked. So the stuff that I'm showing you, besides the uh, traverse speed of my guns, is all stock. Um, so everything here is all stock, set all stock ranges and stuff. So it's all stock. This is all what comes with the ship besides the traverse speed. So when you get this ship, you should have all this. It's not modified in any way besides the modules that I have on the ship now and the captain skill I have on the ship. So let's go down to maximum speed or maneuverability. So your guns, did your guns actually? Oh yes, and okay. So there's no real time for that. Hit points. That's your hit points. Main battery 45 mil, 892 on 8 kinetic mounting. Secondary 75 millimeter. Your secondary armament, you get 12 of them times 1, 75 millimeters. And it says it's 75 millimeters small, 18. So you see this here. Oh, here we go. This is what I was looking for. Real time for your secondaries is 4 seconds. So instead of it being, so it's going to go down by 10, which is interesting. So that's what I don't get. So, like, I see this sometimes when, like, you have this and you can use it. I think if secondaries do reload right away, then I think it takes, like, 1 second or so for them to reload. Main battery reload time -8. So, okay, so, and it minuses your main battery reload time by 8 too. So this ship can be more aggressive once you have these things, and you can be more aggressive to it with it. That's why I highly suggest probably getting this and wargaming this just as well, because these things are here and it just says recommended skill. So for a ship, so you have this as a recommended skill, I stand, and all the yellow triangle looking things here are your recommended skills. You can get these, or you can just grind like I'm doing here and getting all of them that I want or that I use for my ships, and not getting the recommended skills first. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it's to you how you want to grind your captain, or if you want to just switch and higher tier captain to a lower tier ship, or however you prefer to do that. So, anyways, now we're gonna get to we did the guns. If I'm missing anything, or if you guys have any questions on anything that you guys see, please put in the comments below as well, or the comments to the side of the video. I'm actually going to check my thing real quick here. What's up, Nick? How you been? Good. What's your favorite ship? At this tier, probably be the Aurora. All right, gotta go. You have a good night. You too. Probably the Aurora is going to be my favorite ship. And I'll tell you why too. It's just it's definitely like fast, but it's more of that like ship that's not like, okay, if you want like the Diana, but you want a little bit better Diana than the Aurora. If you don't want that many guns, which obviously people want guns on these ships because they kick butt, but if you want, the reason why I like the Aurora as well is because, like, if you want a better ship, but you don't want, like, it's a faster reload too, which you guys will definitely notice. With the stock mod that I have on here, and without with the settings that I have on here right now, the only thing it's going to affect is the secondary survivability, so that's no problem. It's not going to affect the guns in any way, just the traverse speed of the guns. So, I mean, if you want, okay, I want to go kick butt. I want a good ship that's going to kick destroyers' butts, that's going to destroy essentially their guns, torpedoes. Get the Aurora. The Aurora is definitely faster than the Diana. The Aurora can do everything that the Diana can do, but better. You do have less of a reload time, I believe. Let me check on that, and I'll get to the battle in a second. I just want to give you guys as much information as I can on this ship, so you guys can take whatever I tell you and use that to your advantages when versing another ship of the same tier or different tier or higher tier ship. So let's see if we can go to the Diana here. And so you look at the Diana, it's 22,100 hit points. Then you go to the Aurora, which is a tier higher. Should be a tier. Yep, there it is. So you go to the Aurora, and it's 22,500. So you go essentially, you increase by 400 hit points with the Aurora, and it's just compared to the Diana. I played the Diana. I don't like the only thing that I don't like about the Diana is the reload time compared to the Aurora's reload time. Because if you look at the Aurora, yes, they are different ships, but if you are choosing between the Diana or the Aurora, definitely get the Aurora, because it definitely has that reload time where the let me show you guys what I mean here. Let's go to the artillery hit points. Actually, the main battery here. So you see the Aurora has an 8.6 reload time, whereas the Diana, in some cases, 8. Oh, my bad. They're the same reload time. It's gonna seem weird because it's gonna seem different in battle. Definitely, you'll notice definitely a difference in battle, with the Diana as well as with other ships. So you're gonna notice definitely a difference in in the way the ships perform and the way these ships just in my perspective, you are going to notice difference. Obviously, it says it's the same 8.6 and 8.6 real time for the main battery guns. So you might notice the difference. You might not. I think I could show you, but I think it's you might have. I think the gun placement. Let me see something for a second. I'm trying to figure it out because there's some reload time, so I'm trying to figure out why. Okay. So you get. Okay, that's why. That could be why. So if you look at the gun placement here, so look at the whole part here, and then look at the Diana's gun placement. It's right under there, but it's still right under there, but it's less. It's less of a stronger gun, I think. This is 152. This is. Huh. Oh, this stuff. Oh, no wonder why. So if you look at this is actually interesting. The Aurora does not have any secondary guns, whereas your Oleg and your Diana. Wait, what's missing here? Oh, so you don't. Wait, what? Trying to figure out something, guys. Give me a sec. Yeah, I don't know. It's his main barrier. I don't know what that's about, but let me see. Oh, it's a small. Okay, so. I think. Okay, so there's two main battery guns on the. That's why they list it as a main battery. It's still a main battery gun, but it's just different main battery. So second one are these. You get two of those, and the other main battery guns are these small guns here. So what might happen is that the Diana has the same thing, but these you don't have that other main. Wait. So you have secondaries, but on the Aurora and the Oleg, you don't have secondaries on the Aurora, but it does seem stronger. In my opinion. I mean, I could show you as well right now, but as I said, the main battery firing range or the maximum speed is 19 knots. And if you go to the, let's see. Okay, that's a difference there. No wonder why. The Aurora has more guns on her than the. Okay, so if you want the Aurora generally has more. Oh yeah, by far. The Aurora has more guns. So it's totally up to you guys. It's the same ship essentially, but the Aurora has more guns on it than the Diana has on it. So if you go back here, you can see the Diana has 8 main battery guns. They're 152 millimeters, whereas your Aurora here, which is a tier higher, has 14 guns that are 152 millimeters, which I'll show you the difference. And it's definitely noticeable because you put more. The reason why it's feeling stronger is because you're putting more more shots out there, and when essentially it's the same gun. So you have more of the same gun, but it's definitely the Aurora is definitely takes advantage of 152 millimeter guns by just 8 sections here of yeah. So you have essentially 6 more guns. I think. Wait. Yeah, you have essentially like 6, 7 more guns. I think it's like 6 more guns. Yeah, because it's like 14. So you have 6 or a certain amount more guns than let me see, 1, 2, 3, 6. Yeah, I think you have like 6. Yeah, definitely like 6 more guns than the Diana does on her hull. So you're definitely going to notice a difference between the two. Definitely when you're shooting full broadside as well. I do highly suggest with these ships. I generally had no problem with the, and you'll see the setup. I'll show you the setup at the end of the video as well. I'm not going to go through every single artillery and maximum speed and stuff. I mean, you guys could see that generally now through the Oleg, and it's just going to be an insanely long video to do that. So I'm just going to go through the ships, show you them in battle. The battle should last a certain amount of time. Don't know, usually 5-10 minutes, give or take. So you guys definitely see differences in each ship. Also, the Oleg does get an extra shot out there sometimes, which is really cool. If you do get a full broadside, um, if you go full broadside, it puts an extra shot there, which you guys will see. Anyways, so let's get to the maximum speed as well. Maximum speed is 19.0 knots. And the turning circle radius, that means how much the ship can turn, is you're going to have your turn. So at full speed, your turning circle radius is 19. I'm sorry, not 19. It's 430 meters, and your varship time for a ship is 0.4 seconds. 6.4 seconds. And your concealment is your detectability range is 10.5 kilometers. You can get that down by using your concealment here. That's going to decrease your detectability range by 10. And your detectability range by air is 4.4 kilometers, which is not surprising because this is generally a small ship. And your assured detectability range is 2.0 kilometers, and your detectability after firing your main battery in smoke, if you're ever in smoke and you fire, that is 4.9 kilometers. So they can detect you and see you if they are 4.9 kilometers away from you in smoke. So I've played this ship before, but I haven't really played it that much. So enjoy, guys, and I will try to show you as much as I can with this ship. As much as I can with this ship, to show you all the cool features on it and stuff like that. Okay, so I just had to get a drink. So here's the so you go. So let's do this. I'm gonna leave this like this. You guys could probably still see it. Awesome. And then we're gonna go to. Do I need to do anything? Oh, and definitely, these ships do benefit by using flags. So if you have free XP flags or a certain amount of free XP flags that you want to use, definitely use them. These ships do rake in free XP if you do use free XP flags on them, and you know how to use these ships to their advantages. So I'm going to put that on so I can show you guys with all the ships what you get with free XP. I'm not going to show you what you can get without free XP because it varies per person. But generally, what these ships are capable of, I will try to show you with all the 3 ships that I have here. And these ships are varying in modifications, anyways. Most of them, the Aurora, I know of the Aurora, I believe, is a secondary gun, definitely a secondary beast. As well as the Oleg, which has that on there as well, which I'm going to do this real quick. So I can just switch to it. Oops. Enable. And let's go back to the variant one too. I don't know if this is I don't think this probably support cruisers, but me see. Hey, you guys could let me see. I can't actually tell, but I think it. Let me see. I don't think this is a sport cruiser, but I'm gonna check real quick. I'll be right back. Just gonna go to the bathroom real quick. And I'll be back. All right. So the Variag, I think. So the Variag, I think. Well, is let's see. If you want to get this, the Variag. Try to find it here. So there it is. The Variag was built in the U.S. and is not essentially a Russian sport cruiser because generally it was built in the U.S. So I mean, it looks and forms like one, but I don't think it was supposed to be a high speed for. Hang on. Built in the U.S., one based same technical design used for the construction. Okay, so it's the same technical design. So essentially, it is a sport cruiser because the Bogadir, or however you say it, was a sport cruiser as well. I'm guessing, I'm not sure, but I know the Aurora, the Oleg, and the Aurora, the Oleg, and the Diana were all support cruisers for the Russian Navy. So, anyways, let's get to this. And I don't generally do, I mean, I will eventually, but not anytime soon, do reviews on lines. Like, I don't do reviews on texture lines because most people are probably interested in premium ships. I do think that I do some. Sometimes, like I'll use some in a video or whatever, but I don't generally do texture line uh, reviews. So let me see. Okay. So let's see here. Let's go to. So that's pretty much what the Diana is essentially a weekend Aurora. And I forgot. I gotta show you guys the armor layout. I want to see this armor layout as well because I think, if I'm not correct, it's going to be the same armor layout as the as an Aurora. So it's basically a 6mm everywhere, besides the pot plating here, besides the conning tower. It's a 6mm everywhere on the ship. Bottom 2, 6, 6, 6, 6. So it's 6mm everywhere on the ship. Now the interesting part, let's go to Diana. I mean the Aurora. Same deal, 6mm everywhere on the ship. Let's go to Oleg. Different. So the Oleg, if you want a stronger ship, if you want to go gun crazy, go with the Aurora. If you want a gun crazy support cruiser, go with the Aurora. If you want I think let me see if this one has how many guns this one has. 8, yeah. So the Aurora definitely has the gun. If you want to go gun crazy and have bullets flying out of your ship, like tons of bullets flying out of your ship, go with the Aurora. If you want a weakened Aurora, go with the Diana. If you want a stronger Aurora, go with the Oleg. That's basically how I classify these ships. The Oleg is the strongest. Not essentially because it just has those more. I'm basing that off of the armor compared to the weakened armor on the or the fact that on the Aurora and the Diana, it's all 6 millimeters of armor all over the ship. So I'm just basing that more. You get more armor on the Oleg. So the essentially put into strong aspect here. The Oleg is a super Aurora. The Diana is a weakened Aurora. So the Oleg is a strong Aurora. The Diana is weaker, and the Aurora is in between the Diana as well as the Oleg in terms of gun power. But if you want to go gun crazy, the Aurora is your best bet. The Aurora has the most guns and can do, I think, possibly the most damage per minute. But we'll test that in the battles, in the next 3 battles that I'm going to show you with these 3 different ships. So enjoy, sit back and relax, and thanks for tuning in and watching my lives. I really enjoy making my live streams. I really enjoy making them for you guys. They're really fun to make as well. So let's go with the Diana first and go from weakest to best ship. Just check some stuff. And thank you guys, of course, so much for duetting, not duetting my videos, but liking and commenting on my videos. I'm essentially blowing up my dad's For You page. So thank you guys so much for that. Thank you guys so much for playing the duets with that I do with people with disabilities. Thank you so much for putting them on the For You page. It really means a lot to me that I can support other people with disabilities that way. So, anyways, thank you guys for that. And let's do some battling because that's what you guys wanted to see, or that's what you guys are probably waiting for. So, I'm just checking the video that my dad sent me. Yeah, okay, there we go. All right. So, anyways, let's get into the battling, and then you guys can decide for yourself what ship you guys want to use. Or if you want to get them all, get them all. I have them all, and I love using them. They're actually really fun to play. If you honestly like how the Russian cruisers are set up, they're definitely fun to play, especially if you're not having the best time in random or co-op in tier 8, tier 9 battles. Okay. So essentially our plan here is to stay on this side because they're going to come out in the middle. So we'll have all our guns to the left, to the right of the target. And I definitely will show you these. I'm actually interested in how strong these ships will be once they're full gunned and upgraded. Oh, and by the way, guys, if you're going straight, these ships are extremely hard to hit for battleships and other essentially battleships and cruisers. There's a little to no there's not that much deck space, so they're extremely hard to hit when you're going straight. As you can see, everything else is guns, and it's a small ship. So essentially, if some chances are, if you go straight, you're gonna have a lot of shells missing your ship. All right, so let's do this here. We'll get closer to them. Supporting my team here. And you want to stay angled even though it's 5 everywhere. You definitely want to stay angled so they don't citadel you or possibly torpedo you. Okay, we got Tagibani over here. I just call it Tagibani. Yeah, Tachibana or whatever. It hits. Incapacitation. Just like I said with these guns, they're just like incapacitate like a bunch of things. Definitely focus on the destroyers. These things are destroyer killers. And as you can see, these guns aren't really doing much. And firepower. And as you can see, there goes. Okay. He got in my way, so. Okay, I'm going to go like this. So as you can see, besides this torpedo that may hit me, I can easily dodge. Whoa! Wow, that was close. So I can easily dodge torpedoes with this thing, as well as this Chester here that's sneaking up on me. Oh shit, I might use it. Shoot. And if I die, I'll definitely play another. I'll see if I want to do another one. But somebody just hit me now. And as you can see in the tiers, because it's more of a newer, I'm going to go up here and so I don't avoid that other one there. As you can see, people do shoot each other in this. Oh, that's a nice kill. So, it's okay to shoot somebody, essentially. You're going to probably shoot somebody because your shots are going to be going everywhere. So, and they're just going to pull in front of you anyways, so even though you are rapid fire shooting, they're going to pull in front of you, so just be aware of that when you're using these ships. And as you can see, there's not that many gunfire. There's not that many bullets going out of this ship right now. Now I want to switch to AP because my buddy has that ship, I think. So I'm going to switch to AP shells. See if I can get Sid on this one real quick. Nope, it's overpinning. Switch back. Because I have another ship here and I have a destroyer over here that I gotta watch for, so. So as you can see, we have a slow, well, not a slow reload time, but essentially slow, very little guns that are not really doing too much damage. And I'm gonna get torpedoed by a friendly, I think. Also can, and I can get out of their way easily. Thanks to that 8-second bird ship time. Love this ship. The only thing I dislike about this ship, like I said before, is the reload time. As you can see, it's a little slow. It's going to be a little slow compared to the other ships as well. But you should have range on anything that's... Alright. I like to show people everything again too, so they remember and so they know like what's the difference between this, and this. So that's why I'm showing you the two other ships as well. So, anyways, guys, thank you for watching. If the review for the Diana is done right now, I just want to show you guys two more ships, just so you can see the difference between the Diana, the Aurora, and the Oleg. So Diana at tier 3. So that was tier 2. Here's the the Aurora at tier 3, and what it can do. So I like the main thing I like about the Aurora is its guns. It has same reload time pretty much, but it has a good amount of guns on it. when it's fully broadside, so you'll definitely see that as well. So this map, you want to stay away from that corner. I've had trouble with the Aurora in that corner where the mountains are over there. So I went to just going there with the Aurora or any support cruiser because the main battle tends to be in the middle or one side of the map. So I would not suggest going there with the Aurora. And this guy's not watching where he's going. They still want to stay in cover, so I'm going to go over here. And for some reason, people find it a joke to shoot torpedoes at you. I've had that happen a couple times with the Aurora, where a destroyer on my team would shoot torpedoes at me. So that's kind of a joke, I guess, at tier 3, because the ship is so slow. Nothing else better to do. Let me just shoot torpedoes at my teammate. So you will get that with these ships. So as you can see here, we're going to have a full, or almost full, let me show you, full gun. So you get more guns, you get more chances of hitting. It just feels more successful. I have more guns, like look, all those bullets hang towards the enemy. There we go.
Enemy destroyer sunk. Nice work.
Thank you.
Many thanks.
Now we gotta get another Chester here. It should be no problem. Whereas the Diana, it can be occasionally. Just fire there. Oh geez, and watch out for these small destroyers. You can generally take them out easy. They just sometimes sneak up on you if you're not watching out for them. And when this happens, just show them your front if you ever get, just show them your front so they, so all torpedoes essentially, or one of the torpedoes just hits the front of your ship. And you will lose sound like that. It's weird bug with the update. See what I can do here. I'm try something. Big as AP shells. Oh no. Thing came up. Shoot. The start menu came up on the. I gotta sit down on them. You need to continue pestering him. As you can see, these things just sneak up on you and sit here. There's a German over there. I'm going to go for the thing that's closer to me that can cause damage to me. Oh, come on. Whoa.
Victory is in sight.
I wonder if that was a friendly or a enemy. I've been close. So essentially, you get more damage, but depending on how you battle, you can get kills with it. It just depends on your play style, and if that happens. Alright, so we got 139 there. If you play a certain way, it does give you more points or more for XP. Okay, so the next ship I want to show you guys here is the Oleg. Let me just open up this. Okay. So now we're going to go to the Oleg. And the Oleg can be a fun ship, and it can be an interesting ship to play because you'll see with the Oleg there is an extra gun or an extra perk that they added in there, which they did not add in the Diana or the Aurora. So let me show you that. And let's get that. Oh, and you could also use the camouflage for your the camo effect if you have the mod station, and you could change this. You can make your Aurora, instead of looking like this. Where's my Aurora? Instead of looking like this, your Aurora can look like this and have this paint on it if you like that paint. Or like that camo, I should say. All right. So now we're going to get into how the guns work on this thing. And also the interesting part is the only difference between this ship and the Aurora, as well as the Diana. Well, yeah, the Diana has no AA, as well as the Aurora does have AA. So the Aurora does have AA, but the Oleg and the Diana do not. Where the Aurora does have a little bit of AA defense on her. So let's get to the Oleg. Let's play her and show you how she does. And then that's my review. So you only hear the guns go off, and then you'll hear an extra gun go off. So that is the extra perk of this ship, which I will show you, which you'll hear at some point.
quarters.
Warhorn. Watch this. Let's see if I can get anybody. Ah, they don't do it. I wanted to get like everybody to hit like the horn button, but they ain't getting it. It's fun to do that when you're in battle and you're like, and then you like start the battle and you're like, charge, and so it's fun. Oh, I'm going the wrong way here.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
I hate these ships too, where it's like all fronts and no sides. There we go. Ah, I missed. There you go. See that extra? See that extra gun that went off? See if you get full broadside. Watch this. Sometimes you get an extra gun that goes off for some random reason. Dude, you went right into my thing. How? How did that not hit? So it's like a random shot, and I don't know what caused it. What is he? What the heck? Apparently, I have a ship behind me that was. See if I can do this. Yeah, sometimes you get like a random shot, which is pretty cool. That actually stays.
Enemy destroyer detected.
I can focus on this other leg. There's some nice incapacitations for you guys. And overpins. As you can see, they're a little weak, but they're not that weak when it comes to being aggressive and if you know how to play them right. Because if you weaken them enough, your teammates will just finish them off. I am behind them now. There he is.
Enemy destroyer blown up.
That was a nice kill. Like I said, you always want to stay angled, so you get if you get like a light shell, the shell is just ricocheting instead of going into your armor. That's why I'm always angling with these ships. Gotta save now and kill.
Enemy cruiser.
Switch back to HE. Grab Kolberg in our base. Just kill one of our teammates. So.
Team is taking the lead.
Nice. And sometimes you get that as well. It's no problem. Just kind of shooting by this game. If he's broadside, I'm going to switch to AP. And he's going to die. No, he's not. It's not staring out. So you look at that random shot sometimes, it seems like it's just... It seems like that random shot is just a gun coming into play after... Like, coming into range after you shoot all your shots. That's what it seems like. It's not a special thing. Or it could be, essentially, if you don't know, like... That's one difference I've noticed with this ship, which I find pretty cool, actually, that it does that sometimes. Because you get that extra damage to that ship. And where's this other ship? There it is. We'll just let them kill it. So thank you guys for watching. I hope I helped you guys learn how to use these ships in battle and learn some cool and fun ways to that may help you do more damage and some cool and fun ways to play these ships. Please leave a like and comment below if you guys. Please leave a like if you like what you see, and please leave a comment if you have any questions or anything about any of the ships you've seen in this video today. Thank you for watching, and have a nice night. And to another game you can do with the aircraft. To another game you could do with the aircraft carrier. I could. So here's the answer for Santiago. I'm not sure if you play World of Warships or not, but the aircraft carriers are still in beta. I mean, they're not still in beta, but they're still being fixed. There's a lot of issues with them that hasn't been fixed yet. So obviously some of them are fixed, but there's still a lot of issues in terms of diving, bombs, damage that they do. So I'm just waiting for those to be upgraded as well. I'm not the best at them right now, so but I will play them once they are fully fixed and fully updated. Also, there are submarines coming into the game pretty soon, so that's going to be fun to play submarines. Yeah, so the aircraft carriers aren't fully they redone basically the way that aircraft carriers work. So they did carrier rework, and that carrier rework isn't fully fixed yet. There's still some bugs with it. Not bugs, but essentially, it still needs to be fixed. So and edited so it works better the way the game works. So until that's fixed, I'm not going to review any aircraft carriers, but I will definitely review them once that is fixed. So, anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next live.